Are you intrigued by the resurgence of strategic military bases in Asia? Subic Bay, once the largest U.S. naval base overseas, was for decades a symbol of American power and presence in Asia. Its sprawling docks, airstrips, and shipyards were a hive of activity, supporting thousands of personnel and serving as a critical launch point for U.S. operations across the Pacific. When the Americans left in the early 1990s, many thought Subic's era of strategic importance had ended for good. But now, Subic Bay is roaring back to life as a strategic hub, its harbors once again echoing with the sounds of engines and activity. The port has been revitalized, blending commercial dynamism with renewed military significance, and is quickly regaining its status as a linchpin in regional security. Decades after the American departure, the Philippines is inviting a renewed U.S. military presence in response to rising tensions in the West Philippine Sea. With territorial disputes intensifying and regional security threatened, both nations see the value in strengthening their alliance and projecting stability in these contested waters. This is a calculated move. Subic Bay is being transformed into a premier naval and air hub, with upgraded facilities designed to accommodate the world's most advanced warships, submarines, and fighter jets. The infrastructure is being modernized to support rapid deployment, maintenance, and joint operations, ensuring that both Philippine and U.S. forces can respond swiftly to any crisis. The U.S. commitment here is clear: to uphold a rules-based order, ensure freedom of navigation, and support its oldest Asian ally against coercion and intimidation. Through joint exercises and increased presence, the U.S. signals its readiness to stand shoulder to shoulder with the Philippines. For the Philippines, Subic Bay offers a vital security umbrella and a powerful deterrent against external threats. It's not just about military might, it's about safeguarding national sovereignty, protecting maritime resources, and ensuring the safety of Filipino communities along the coast. For the U.S., it reestablishes a critical foothold in a strategic waterway, boosting its crisis response capabilities and reinforcing its support for allies throughout Southeast Asia. Subic Bay's location allows for rapid access to key maritime routes, making it a pivotal point for regional stability. This isn't nostalgia, it's a forward-looking strategy for 21st century challenges. The threats today are more complex, ranging from cyber warfare to gray zone tactics, and Subic Bay is being equipped to meet them head-on with cutting-edge technology and multinational cooperation. The alliance is not just alive but more relevant than ever. It's evolving to address new realities, fostering trust, interoperability, and a shared vision for peace and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific. Subic Bay's revival signals a profound realignment in regional power. As old rivalries resurface and new partnerships form, the base stands as a testament to resilience and adaptability in a rapidly changing world. The Indo-Pacific security landscape is being reshaped, right here, right now. Subic Bay is once again at the heart of history, anchoring a future where cooperation and vigilance are more crucial than ever. The U.S. and Philippine navies are now operating shoulder to shoulder in the Western Pacific. Joint exercises like Balikatan have evolved into complex, integrated drills, live fire, amphibious landings, and maritime security ops right on China's doorstep. These aren't just for show, they build real interoperability and readiness. U.S. support is modernizing the Philippine military with advanced ships, aircraft, and surveillance tech. Joint patrols challenge China's gray zone tactics and assert freedom of navigation. The alliance is about deterrence, raising the cost of aggression and complicating adversaries' calculations. Together, the two navies create a credible shield for peace and stability. This partnership is a cornerstone for a free and open Indo-Pacific. The South China Sea is a lifeline for global trade. 1/3 of maritime commerce flows through these waters. Disruption here would send shockwaves through the world economy. Its strategic value is immense. Whoever controls these sea lanes wields influence over Southeast Asia and beyond. China's sweeping 9-line claim, rejected by international law, threatens the rights of its neighbors. Militarized islands and harassment of foreign vessels undermine freedom of navigation. The world has a stake in keeping these waters open and governed by rules, not force. The future of global trade and peace hangs in the balance. Subic Bay's geography makes it a military gem, deep, sheltered waters for the world's largest warships. Its location on Luzon's west coast offers rapid access to the South China Sea's flashpoints. From Subic, U.S. and Philippine forces can quickly deploy to contested areas like Scarborough Shoal and the Spratlys. The synergy with nearby Clark Air Base creates a powerful air-sea operations hub. Existing infrastructure allows for rapid expansion. Reactivating Subic is faster and cheaper than building new. This base enables persistent presence, surveillance, and rapid response to aggression. Subic Bay is the Alliance's strategic anchor in the Western Pacific. It's the primary forward base for defending shared interests. The U.S.-Philippine alliance is built on a foundation of trust, shared history, and most importantly, 3 pivotal agreements that have shaped the relationship between these two nations for decades. These treaties are more than just words on paper. They are living commitments that continue to influence the security and stability of the region. The first of these, the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty, was signed in the aftermath of World War II, at a time when the world was still reeling from conflict. This treaty commits both the United States and the Philippines to come to each other's aid in the event of an armed attack, forging a bond of mutual protection that has endured for over 70 years. Decades later, the alliance was further strengthened by the Visiting Forces Agreement, signed in 1999. This crucial agreement allows U.S. troops to enter the Philippines for joint training, humanitarian missions, and military exercises, ensuring that both forces remain ready and able to respond to any challenge together. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, signed in 2014, marked another leap forward. EDCA grants U.S. forces access to select Philippine military bases, enabling the pre-positioning of equipment, construction of new facilities, and expanded opportunities for joint training and disaster response. These agreements transform diplomatic promises into real-world action. They allow U.S. and Philippine forces to work side by side, not just in theory but in practice, on the ground, at sea, and in the air. EDCA in particular is driving the transformation of key locations like Subic Bay. Once a historic naval base, Subic is now being revitalized with new fuel depots, modern warehouses, and upgraded infrastructure, making it a strategic hub for both nations. Together, these agreements create a multi-layered shield that protects the Philippines from a range of threats. They enable coordinated patrols, intelligence sharing, and a unified response to any crisis that may arise in the region. With these treaties in place, the United States can project power and respond rapidly to emerging threats, not just in the Philippines but across Southeast Asia. This rapid deployment capability is a key deterrent against potential aggressors. The legal and operational framework established by these agreements forms the backbone of the alliance. It provides clear guidelines for cooperation, planning, and joint action, ensuring that both nations are always prepared to stand together. In a rapidly changing Indo-Pacific, these treaties are more than historical artifacts. They are living proof of an enduring partnership. As new challenges emerge, the U.S.-Philippine alliance stands ready, united by shared values and a commitment to peace and security in the region. China's South China Sea strategy is bold and multifaceted. Artificial islands in the Spratlys have become military fortresses, runways, missile sites, and harbors. The China Coast Guard and maritime militia use gray zone tactics, intimidation, ramming, and swarming disputed areas. These actions create constant friction, wearing down smaller states without triggering war. China's cabbage strategy surrounds targets with layers of vessels, enforcing its claims by sheer presence. Despite a 2016 tribunal ruling against its claims, Beijing pushes its narrative through lawfare and propaganda. This mix of military, paramilitary, and legal tactics poses a complex challenge to the region. The Philippines and U.S. are countering China's pressure with transparency and unity. Assertive transparency, embedding journalists on patrols, exposes Chinese coercion to the world. Regular joint patrols in the West Philippine Sea challenge unlawful claims and protect Philippine vessels. The presence of U.S. warships alongside Filipino ships signals serious consequences for aggression. The alliance is expanding. Joint exercises with Australia, Japan, and others build a network of like-minded partners. This coalition amplifies the message: the rules-based order will be defended. Subic Bay's development is a long-term investment in resilience and deterrence. By combining exposure, deterrence, and allied cooperation, the alliance mounts a robust counter-strategy. The message is clear: the West Philippine Sea will not be surrendered. Regional security is being redefined through collective resolve. Subic Bay's revival is reshaping Indo-Pacific power dynamics. Southeast Asian claimants like Vietnam and Malaysia see renewed U.S. presence as a welcome counterbalance to China. Allies like Japan and Australia view it as vital for regional security and integrated deterrence. For China, a major U.S. hub at Subic Bay complicates its military planning and challenges its anti-access strategy. The region is becoming more militarized, raising the risk of close encounters and miscalculation. Clear communication and professionalism are essential to prevent escalation. The U.S. presence is meant to deter conflict, but it also creates a tense standoff. The Indo-Pacific is now more balanced, but also more contested. The stakes are high, and the path forward is uncertain. The new power dynamic demands vigilance and diplomacy. The Indo-Pacific is the stage for a new era of great power competition, where the ambitions of nations are tested against the tides of history. This vast maritime expanse, stretching from the Indian Ocean to the Pacific, has become the focal point of strategic maneuvering, with global powers vying for influence and control. The stakes are high, and every move is watched with anticipation and concern by the international community. Subic Bay's transformation is a bold U.S. move to counter China and uphold the global order. Once a symbol of American military might during the Cold War, Subic Bay is now being revitalized as a strategic outpost. The return of U.S. forces signals a renewed commitment to regional security, sending a clear message to both allies and rivals that the United States intends to remain a key player in the Indo-Pacific. The key question: will this lead to stability or greater rivalry? Experts and policymakers debate whether increased military presence will deter aggression or simply fuel an arms race, raising tensions to dangerous new heights. The region stands at a crossroads with the future uncertain. Deterrence aims to prevent conflict but can also provoke escalation if mismanaged. A single miscalculation or misunderstanding at sea could spiral into a larger confrontation, drawing in nations far beyond the immediate area. The delicate balance between strength and restraint is more important than ever. Open channels of diplomacy are crucial to avoid catastrophic misjudgment. Dialogue, transparency, and confidence-building measures can help reduce the risk of accidental clashes and foster mutual understanding, even among rivals with deeply conflicting interests. For the Philippines, hosting U.S. forces brings both security and risk, as it becomes a frontline state in the contest for regional dominance. While the alliance offers protection and support, it also exposes the nation to potential retaliation and complicates its relationships with neighboring countries. Manila must carefully balance its sovereignty, the benefits of alliance, and its vital economic and diplomatic ties with China. Navigating this complex web of interests requires deft leadership and a clear vision for the nation's future. The alliance shapes a new security reality, hoping to reinforce peaceful dispute resolution. Joint exercises and coordinated patrols are designed to demonstrate unity and resolve, while also building the capacity to respond to crises and deter aggression. The alternative is a region ruled by coercion, where might makes right and smaller nations are left vulnerable. Such a scenario would have dire consequences for all, undermining stability, prosperity, and the rules-based order that has underpinned decades of peace. The world watches, hoping the path leads to lasting peace, not conflict. As events unfold, the choices made by leaders today will shape the destiny of the Indo-Pacific and the world for generations to come.